Om Namah Shivaya friends, welcome to Dots of Destiny. Today's video is about the May month planetary transits, whatever is happening. There are too many changes in May, we know that. And it is starting already with Sun is in Aries. The accumulation of planets in Pisces is getting way. Sun has reached Aries. Mercury by the 7th of May, it will reach Aries. Again, 21st of May, it will reach Taurus. So Mercury, after long bondage in Pisces, in debilitation, has started moving very fast. Then comes our planet Jupiter. Obviously, we know by 15th Jupiter will be transiting sign. This is a big change in the cosmos. And then Venus also, because it is now parting away from Saturn and Rahu is hovering in the 0 degrees of Pisces, it is soon to reach Aquarius by the end of this month, May month. So depending on the mean or the true node, whichever you take, Rahu takes nearly by after 25th of May, 29th of May. You can take Rahu starts giving its result, Rahu Ketu both. They start giving its result. I have seen a little bit before than the transit, but still we can consider the transit from May end or June onwards. Last but not the least, Venus will also transit to the sign of Aries by the end of May. And Venus is raring to go to Aries, and it will start its new journey to all the zodiacs of the Kalpurush Kundli, because now there is no more hindrance for Venus retrograde, and everything is done and dusted. So May month will see a lot of changes, definitely, no doubt about it. There will be shifts and turns, and still, because Saturn Rahu somewhere conjunction is still there. Rahu, if it is a 0 degree, Saturn is very close to Rahu full month of May, then it will change its sign. So let us see how this is affecting us. But the main over here, the main theme that I saw is Aries, Taurus, Gemini. These are the 3 signs. Aries is the beginning of our journey. Some kind of beginning is waiting to happen, definitely. And then comes Taurus. We think about our resources. Sun and Mercury will be there, Jupiter leaving it. We have already thought out certain things. Gemini, Jupiter is very, very different, because Gemini is intellectual talks, your skills development, your short journeys which give you knowledge, your literature knowledge, the depth of it. You must start reading very well, and also your desires. All these 5 factors are very important with Jupiter's ingress into Gemini. So let us see how the ascendants are doing. Different ascendants, all the 12 are doing in the month of May. Let us go into that. Aries, your 12th house is giving way little by little to all the planets now coming into your 1st and 2nd house. The ingress of Sun in Aries in your Lagna must have given some kind of boost to your personality. Yes, Sun is obviously a little bit of malefic also over here. It does develops the ego, because Mars, your Lagna Lord, is also debilitated for a long time. This whole May month, you must take a check on your health and your mother's health also, because the Lagna Lord is not in good shape. So the Sun, the dispositor, when not with the Sun, dispositor of Sun is not very well situated, you can have problem with real estates. You can have problem with unnecessary ego creeping up. These things happen. Though Mercury covers up the thing little bit, you can be dealing with court cases or different kinds of law and litigation also. And sometimes that can make you your daily life very cumbersome, as Mercury is also getting a little roasted and burnt out with Sun near it. So health important is keeping the vitality is very, very important. Also keeping the family atmosphere a little better is also very important. Bickering can be a part of the show when Sun and Mars is in the Kendra. Now the thing is that Venus will also come after, because it's transits in the 12th house. Your 2nd and 7th Lord transiting 12th house can give a lot of expenses, unnecessary complications in relationships. That all these are part of Venus transits in the 12th. So once Venus is a little bit slow out, practicality dawns in, because Rahu subsides but Saturn is still there in Pisces, and whenever Saturn Venus comes, it's quite a practicality in the relationship area. You have to take it under consideration. You have to understand that how to deal with it, and contemplation, too much thinking, because Saturn puts a fear on most of the things. So when you're fearful about anything, whether it's a relation, whether your money, whether your savings, your thinking process can come to a halt, and you can overthink unnecessarily. Things will take a turn slowly. Your more or less your job or a job area, professional area could be going okay, because Mars has an exalted aspect in the 10th house. Saturn is now getting stable. So whatever transfers or job, different kind of changes, if you have had encountered by now, it is coming towards a little bit of understanding to your notice. So relationship, money is still a challenge. So that needs to be sorted slowly. Jupiter will come into the 3rd house, which will give you again, because Jupiter Rahu will change sign and give you a lot of desires again. Hold on to your horses, because Mars is not in a good condition. Your health, your real estate, your luxury, your family environment, all these are going through a big transformation. It had been from the last September, October. This is continuing. So it's not an easy time, but still the ingress of Sun in Aries and then into Taurus can give you some liquidity and can bolster your your conviction towards getting into better times. So it's a 50-50 month. Some hurdles are there, some betterment is also there. So keep going with it until Mars again reaches Leo. Taurus ascendant, Taurus, the 11th, the 12th, and then your Lagna will be getting activated this whole month. And also the 2nd house, because Jupiter will shift to the 2nd. Now see here, the main concern or the main desire, if I can call, is all about money, because the 2nd and the 11th is mainly about our income. And given the situations that we are going through with Saturn's transit into Pisces, whole new change is happening in the cosmos. We know that we are more mindful of wealth, because there are a lot of changes in the job front, in the professional area, but still you will gain through it. There will be, I don't deny, there will be certain hiccups also, as Venus is still conjunct with Saturn in the month of May. Slowly Venus will go into the 12th house. Some expenses it can bring in, then it will come to Taurus a little later towards June. So month of May, your things will happen, but with slow process, and it will not be a very fast thing, because Venus is slow. Saturn is also there with Venus in Pisces. Rahu will come into the 10th house and Jupiter will go into the 2nd house. Mars in the 3rd house, you are putting efforts, but maybe the efforts are not giving you the kind of result, but anyway you go with it, because Mars does okay in the 3rd house because it's in debilitation. Otherwise Mars is good over there. The 12th house, because Sun and Mercury is there, some kind of foreign deals, foreign engagement, learning in seclusion, all these things you can start with it, because Aries is the starting sign of anything. So if you need some upgradation in your skills, because now Rahu is coming into the 10th, it can be demanded from you. So take up this time in your advantage, as Sun is there in the 12th house with Mercury, then Sun and Mercury comes on your Lagna. Take a check of your mother's health. That is also very important, because Ketu is coming in the 4th house and Sun in the 12th, and then coming on the Lagna, it is sometimes can create a little bit here and there issues. So overall it is a more better than, disadvantages are less, the advantages are more in the month of May. But yes, changes are there, no doubt about that. Have a good month, Taurus. Gemini ascendants, the 10th house obviously is very important, with Saturn and Rahu sitting over there. Rahu subsiding now towards the 9th house, but 11th and 12th is also very becoming important, with Jupiter coming on the Lagna. So you can get some you have a problem with something or the other, because the Mars, the problem with wealth, because Gemini is very much concerned, because 11th house lord is debilitated for a long time. You may be earning well but could not put it to the savings. That is a problem that is going on. So your focus can be much on the second house and the 11th house. Sun Mercury now can give you some and will give you some good gains. Some new beginnings in the area with your groups and networking will happen. You can come across people who can be helping you in your ventures, because now Saturn will grill you a bit in the 10th house. That is the process of Saturn in all the houses, but that is how the planet works. We cannot deny it. Distance journeys, short distance, long distance, all these things can happen. Jupiter coming, you have to upgrade your skills. Jupiter will give you the insight of how to deal with that Saturn in the 10th house. This 1 year is actually, even the next year is also Jupiter going into exaltation, second house. It's a good time for you. It's not bad. Yes, a relationship, if you want to go to strike a relationship, it can take a bit of a time. Don't be in a hurry, because Saturn Jupiter is aspecting your 7th house. You will come across people, as I said in my shorts also, that Gemini Jupiter gives desire for partnership, because it is aspecting your 7th house also. So all these things will slowly happen. Now major concern is your wealth. That is a major concern, because the Sun and Mercury is in the 11th house and Mars is in the 2nd house. Then Sun and Mercury reaches your 12th house. So 12th house is a resource, and see, Taurus, anywhere it is, you're thinking about your spendings and how you can, deal with the spendings, how you can better them. I mean, less of cost cutting or something that will come to you. That thought will dawn on you. So this is a very it's a changing time, we all know, but your focus is now primarily in the 2nd, 11th and the 10th house. So profession, money, health should not be bad unless you feel a little bit of burnt, but otherwise health wise you will be doing good. Nothing of much a concern regarding health. Cancer ascendants, your 10th house has now Sun Mercury. Isn't it a bit of a relief? I feel so, because Cancer people has been bothered by so many things for a so long time with the Dhaya of Saturn. Now Saturn in the 9th house gives some slowness, no doubt about that. There are some hurdles, some slowness, but still Sun Mercury in the 10th house and then going into the 11th house, Aries, Taurus. Aries is the beginning of gaining some betterment in your professional area, and then Taurus is your gains, obviously, and this gains can be a little augured, if not very well, but it will push it a little bit. Mars is still on the Lagna, taking care of the health, the the stomach area of our body, the lower part of the body. The mental health is also very important. Mars gives a lot of tension when it is in Cancer. It is debilitated, your best planet debilitated, and it is pushing you towards some kind of an emotional breakdown. So don't be going for that. Yes, Jupiter in the 12th, you will be thinking about your expenses. You will be knowing how to slowly, not immediately in the month of May. Some good programs at home can happen. You can decorate your home. You can think about all these things, but let Jupiter settle down. Let Rahu Ketu settle down, and then also let Mars come out of your Lagna. So now Rahu Ketu axis will be a little challenging in the 2nd and 8th. That I'll talk about later. As of now, it is your 10th house and the 11th house and then the 12th house. So these three things, your profession will improve a little bit. Your gains will come, and then your ultimately after the gains you will be thinking how to manage the gains and not let it slip out of your hand. That is very important. And also there will be some good goodies at home that can happen, that can very well happen. So these are the things, that is the topic as of now in the month of May. Then June, new month with Mars Ketu in the 2nd house, more earning. Let's see what happens. Till then, take care, good care of your health. Leo ascendants, Leo is having the Mars and Mars is in the 12th house and Saturn Rahu is in the 8th house. So first and foremost, I will keep on reminding, because the health factor is very important. Unnecessary too much of thinking, unnecessary botheration, if somebody is giving you emotional troubles, should be kept at bay. You must understand the planets are propelling you towards that. Now, how do you get out of it? Travel. Sun and Mercury in the 9th house it promotes travel. Go for travel, visit some place that will give you a lot of free air to breathe and some kind of boosting of your personality. Then also, when Sun comes into the next Sun Mercury hits your 10th house, you'll have a lot of work to do. As Jupiter comes into the 11th house, you will develop new working skills. Your skills will be upgraded definitely. Mercury is a very important planet for you after a long time in debilitation in the 8th house, where money could have come. I won't deny that it didn't come at all, but maybe in gaps and not in a rush. So Mercury in the 9th, in the 10th, and then in the 11th, all these processes will slowly happen. As of now, in the month of May, concentrate on your health, concentrate on traveling, learning some things, try a new skill. You can upgrade your skill at the point of time. Short courses, 3 months like that, because the position of Sun is really good with 9th, 10th, and 11th. You can apply that. That is very good. You can, and the wealth accumulation factor, that because Ketu was hampering that lot in the 2nd house, or family dynamics will change a little bit. But still be careful with other people, because from the business you can gain some, because your Saturn is in the 2nd from the 7th. Your partner can also help you in your resources, but Saturn is aspecting, when Sun goes into Taurus, Saturn will be aspecting the Sun. Be very careful in the work area, whatever you are doing. Saturn can make you do mistakes due to a little bit of flaring of ego. We cannot deny that. We have to be careful, humble, and then we can see the process, because see, Ketu will be on the Lagna always, all throughout the year. I will be telling this again and again, may sound boring, but Ketu on the Lagna, and from 8th to Ketu, your Saturn is sitting over there. Whether you're a Leo Lagna or Moon, both are not it is against each other, Shadashtak to each other, Saturn and Ketu. So you have to take care of your health. Your mental irritation can rise. As of now, definitely, because Mars is still in the 12th house. Some issues related to your home, some repairs, some issues, anything can get stalled, because Mars isn't debilitated, or can move very slowly. You can feel irritated because of that. The peace of the home can be missing, as simple as that, which can add to your dilemma. So the things are good and not so good. Both are there. But still, I feel Sun Mercury in the 9th and 10th is really good going, and Venus also, your 10th lord and 3rd lord. Maybe you're putting efforts, you're not getting maybe their health is not permitting you. Once Venus comes into Aries by the end of May, the flavor will change, because Venus is very much now stuck in between hard and a rock and a hard place, with Rahu and Saturn being there. Okay, so it's not a bad month. You'll have changes. You'll have some better changes, but journeys and skill developments are very much indicated at this point of time. Take care, Leos. Virgo ascendants. Virgo, your planets are there in the 7th house with Rahu, Saturn, Venus still there. Then Sun, Mercury comes into the 8th house, and then Sun Mercury goes into your 9th house also. Now here the trouble is that the Jupiter will have a good transit in the 10th house. The thing what happens in your life is about relation and the business relation, and also some kind of job related changes, boss change or anything. Your boss can change, very well, that can happen. Now see, when you have Venus stuck in between Saturn and Rahu, still it is slowly moving, but some doubts in relationship, some problem in the business area, some whether to do it or not do it, a dilemma, these things in the 7th area can be seen. Now the transit of Venus in the 8th house is also not very good. That is your Bhagya Lord. So Sun, Mercury, Venus, as they're transiting into the 8th house now, the month of May especially, you have to be a little cautious with your the unearned money you can get, but how you spend it, that is also important. It should not get out of your hand. Now Rahu Ketu will be changing the axis from the 7th to the 6th and the 12th. So keep your things under wrap. If you are getting some resources, money that is coming maybe from business or something, don't just let it go out of your hand. So this is one thing. If your relationships are in turmoil, see the 7th house, 8th house being so active, if you are in that kind of a relation where you're not finding any end to it, maybe it will go, because Venus, once it comes into the Aries, some decision will be taken, something will be gone and something will carry on to Taurus. So 8th is the juncture point of the 7th. Either you go back to it or you move on to Taurus. So these things will happen. And the 10th area is looking good because Jupiter, the Kendra Lord, has come into Kendra. It is good. You can look, if you are looking out for a job, you can get a better opportunity. Slowly Sun and Mercury will come into your 9th house. You can go for travel, long distance pilgrimages. Think judiciously because before using your money. That is very important, because Lagna Lord, when in the 8th, you have to take care of your health also and your decision making also. That is very important, because Mercury is moving again very fast after the long debilitation in Pisces. So maybe you had been stuck in a rock and a hard place. You had been wanting to take decisions. Those decisions will flow now, but be careful, because Mercury is now in a very fast mode. 7th of May it is in 8th house, then 21st of May it is going into the 9th house, and then again very fast it is going into 10th house. So things will happen very fast. It will pick up space now in month of May. That is the main theme. Take decisions, but think twice. Don't Aries is a sign of rush and hurry also. Beginnings, but rush and hurry. So don't make that mistake, and take care of your health. That is very important in the month of May. Otherwise, the flavor is about business, about partnership, about job changes, about journeys, and also taking care of your health, and unearned income can fall in your lap at this point of time. So have a good month, Virgo people. For the Libra ascendants, the main concern is still remaining in the 6th and the 10th house, with Venus being there now with Saturn in the month of May. Because Rahu is hovering in the 0 degrees of Pisces, and it will soon reach 29 degrees of Aquarius, your 5th house. 5th house Rahu transit I'll talk about later. It's a bit complicated. Over here, Saturn, Venus in the 6th house is giving you new directions to your practical environment. There are certain hiccups, obviously, because Saturn shows you the reality, and maybe you'll not be very comfortable with whatever you see around you. But Venus is going through this, though exalted in the 6th house. It's feeling the the kind of politics or whatever you call it in the work front, because Mars is also debilitated. Mars being in the 10th house, 10th house is the Digbala position for Mars, but debilitated means resources are quite limited in your sense. You just do not know exactly how to hit the bullseye. There lies the problem with a debilitated planet like Mars, or even Sun for that matter, if it remains debilitated in the 10th house. So it wants to give result, but the resources are limited. So you have to go on. Now you understand that, right? If transfers are on the way, you have to look out for it, and you have to give way for that. You have to leave your, maybe the old way, because everything is going into a newness. That is the theme that we are landing from the month of May. It is very prominent. Now see, Jupiter's transit into, it's a very Gemini, Jupiter is a very, it will make you learn skills and all these things, because Sagittarius is getting aspected by Jupiter and Saturn. You will learn new skills. You will go for short travels. It will give you knowledge. All these things is right. But what I have noticed about Libra is that because Venus and Jupiter are two very different planets in their own way, the Venusian people over here do not pay much heed to the the Jupiterian way, if I can, just state it in that way. So here is the call that you need to understand, that where you want to put into the bigger picture and what you want to progress with it. Now, the partnership in this month is quite emphasized with Sun Mercury being there. Maybe your partner is adding to your wealth, your 11th lord, some desires with your partner, some traveling with your partner, some discussion, some new business ventures, as Aries is the sign of newness, can just start. So these things happen, but your Lagna Lord will come into Aries and will aspect the Lagna, giving you more confidence, but that is by the very much end of May. Overall, the theme is your health, your work area, your official politics, profession, name, fame, whatever you are desiring. Whether you are looking for a change, whether the change is happening, then you have to take up the change. Some displacement is seen because third house is getting activated also, and also the fourth lord is coming into the sixth house. Night work can be more, or you may be burning the lamp at your end. Your health needs a lot of a regular regime and following to the strict discipline, and criticism will come. You have to deal with it, not understanding that it is just a part of Saturn's transit in the sixth house. So these things will happen. Partnership will be good. Then Sun Mercury goes into your 8th house. Now 8th house is about unearned wealth, and also you can get some money, and also you may invest some money. So investment at this point of time should be judicious and cautious, because we know June will again see a Mars Ketu conjunction, some happenings maybe at the border, at God knows what, and then market can come crushing down. So you have to be very cautious, because Libra people, they are Venus, they're Lakshmi, they Libra is a sign which or Venus is a planet which augurs wealth. They need wealth. That is important also. But Scorpio, because Mars is debilitated in the 10th house, the second house is in quite a tumultuous condition for a long time. The professional area and the gains out of it can be not in tandem with your expectation. But this is a 50-50, I can say, something good and something not so good from this month. But still, it is not a bad kind of a thing. Your 7th house is active, your 8th house, and then your 9th house is also active, with Jupiter now moving finally into the 9th house. Journeys will be important, skill development will be important, adjustment at the work front will be important. Your partner can support you, and you may think of investing money in different forms. Let Mars go from the 10th to the 11th. I think it will be a little bit betterment at your home front also. So take good care, Libra, and have a good month of May. Scorpio ascendants, you can feel a little bit, rejuvenated or better at this point with Sun Mercury in the 6th house, because the sign of Aries in the 6th house, again, you're raring to go in your work area. Who can stop you? Now Mars is slowly in its, it is debilitated, but once it comes into Leo, you know you are set to go. But let not that ego flare up too much. I'll keep on reminding that, because Mars in Cancer, in Leo, both are not very good regarding the self-confidence is at, sometimes it's low and it gives back to abrupt ego. Sometimes it is too high, and that can also give back in not a very good way. So once it comes to Leo, it will be aspecting your Lagna. That is later in the month of June. Now what is active is your Venus, Saturn in the 5th house. You are some love matters are in focus at this point of but Saturn does not give the flavor of romanticism. It will bring in some practicality, and if you are going towards marriage, because now Saturn is aspecting the 7th house, Venus will reach it by the month of end of June. So relationship front can see a different kind of developments. Even maybe you are also adjusting to the ways of it. So that is good. You can take a little practical experiences from your relationship. It cannot feel too much lovey-dovey, that's very sure. Saturn being in the 5th and aspecting the 7th, that we understand. Venus journey from the, because it is your 7th and the 12th lord, where what you're investing, what you're spending on, how you're doing these things, this is all in your mind. The 6th house is very good with Sun Mercury from the beginning of May till Mercury crosses over to Taurus. So Sun Mercury in the Taurus is also good. It gives a wholesome. Kendra Sun Mercury is good always, whether like it is the pillars and it is supporting you. Sun aspecting the Lagna, you will feel good in your flavor with your family maybe, or with your spouse, or with your business people. Some new ventures can start, some new process. You can solve things at your your workplace also with Sun Mercury in the 6th house in the beginning of the month. So all these things, some communication, I mean the flavor is now, it is now you are going towards, the Lagna Lord is rearing up to go towards the 10th house. May month is the in-between month where you are now, the process has started for you to, let go towards the 10th house. So it's a good transit for Mars in the 10th and 11th, not denying that, though it is somewhat marred by Ketu and Saturn in the way. But then you will have the flavor. Let it happen in the month of June. As of now, prepare for the things that is coming up on your way. It's a good month, not a bad one. Apart, I will not deny, only the 5th house, I don't look at it in a very good way when Saturn Venus is there in Pisces. Some kind of delays with the relationship or some kind of things dawn to you, the reality of it. So nonetheless, take care of your health, take care of your, the Jupiter will be coming into the 8th house. It can give some health hiccups, but it does promotes, unearned wealth. It will come. Judiciously use that, because now see, Saturn is aspecting the 2nd and the 11th, Jupiter is in the 8th aspecting the 2nd. So again, Sagittarius 2nd house is very important. It needs to be reminded every time. So money is very important. It is obviously, the career front is also important. You are going towards it, and it is a good to better month that I am seeing that is happening for you. So take good care of yourself, Scorpio people. It is the chart. It is the time that you have start your journey. Bosses can be little rude with Mars being in the 9th and then in the 10th. So take care of bosses. Do not, get too much into the muddy affairs. It doesn't help. Sagittarius, the Sun Mercury combination, your 9th lord in the 5th house, it is really good with Mercury. Mercury is the Kendra lord also. So what you're thinking of learning, how is your relationship looking? Is it looking good? It should be. The Saturn gives some pain with the Venus in the 4th house. The heart can give some ache. The family members itself can give some ache. Your 11th lord on your 6th lord Venus comes as it is with Saturn in the 4th house. Some expenses can mount over there. You may not be able to satisfy people the way you want to do wherever you are. So gear up for a change now, because Rahu will be now transiting in your 3rd area and Ketu in your 9th area. So father's health can come for a check. Mother's health can come for a check. Your mind will be good, because see, Jupiter as it comes to your 7th house, it will be aspecting the Lagna. What can be better than that? But yes, Rahu in the 3rd house will give changes. Saturn in the 4th house will make you, a fear will come in your mind. But Sun Mercury in the 5th house will make you understand that these changes are inevitable and how you can run through, them. So you can enroll for a course. Aries is something which is, beginning of things. Then Sun Mercury comes into Taurus, which is also a very good arrangement. Sun and Mercury both works well in the 6th house area. If you had any diseases, you'll be able to overcome it. If you had a loan, you wanted to take a loan, you'll be able to get it. So, and judiciously, because Saturn and Jupiter both are now aspecting. I mean, see, it's a turn of events that is happening for you, barring the 4th house. I'm telling that 4th house is not, especially if you're a Sagittarius moon, it's a Dhaya. You feel some kind of abandonment issues, not very good at your skin, and all these things Saturn does in the 4th area. Some misunderstandings maybe with your own family members. Now here, Jupiter in the 7th house, maybe your own spouse and business partners are supporting you. So it will happen. It will give a good relationship. Jupiter in the, in the 7th house, I have seen in whichever most of the signs it works well. A kind of companionship with the partner, it lets grow and in a very free flow way. So this is a good thing. So there are some hits and certain misses also, but I feel for Sagittarius, the hits are more. So go with the flow. May is a good month for you. Some changes are there. Be careful in the home front and whatever you are spending, because Venus is still not in a very good condition. Otherwise, it is a good May month. Yeah, take care. Capricorn ascendants, the Lagna Lord is in the third house with the 10th Lord now. So you are gearing up to make some changes and put in some effort. The inertia of momentum is coming back into your life. Sun Mercury in the fourth house can give some relief at the home front. Though Sun is the 8th Lord, still I feel Sun and Mercury can put or shed some light in your fourth house area, in your real estates or whatever you want to invest or not, and all these things. Jupiter in the 6th now, coming by 15th of May, will make you follow your health, will be checked under that. Mars in the 7th house is not giving at all a good flavor to your relationship. So overall, the horoscope of May looks like that you will have some a little bit issues with your health or anger, because Mars is aspecting the Lagna also, and you may be thinking about your desires a long time, which is not getting fulfilled, the money that is supposed to come to you. Jupiter in the 6th house will always make you think about but now slowly you will be able to deal with this Rogran Shatru. Jupiter has a grace in the 6th house also. It is not bad. But then, yeah, it is the quality of the Jupiter gets a little spoiled in the 6th house, but it makes you, it'll make you able to deal with the different adverse kind of situations. Sun Mercury in the 4th house is good for educational purposes if you're a student. Jupiter in the 6th house also can give you a scope beyond others in kind of examination front. Then Sun Mercury will come after 15th. Mercury also transits into Taurus, and the 5th house will get some matters of the love can be in the forefront, matters of learning can be in the forefront, and since Venus and Saturn is in the 3rd house, giving you some practicality, understanding what skills you need. Saturn's main purpose in the 3rd house is whatever skills now you require for the 10th house or for your business or whatever it will be, it needs to be enhanced. Now the 10th Lord is over also there. So it is understanding that what upgradation you need to make. The Bhagya Dasha is good. Saturn and Venus aspecting the 9th house. That is good actually. Virgo. So that long distance journey, short distance journeys for learning, just for traveling, pilgrimages, Bhagya Uday can happen at this point of time. That is favored. That's not a bad area. Slowly Mars will move into the 8th house. So typically I feel whatever you are doing in your professional area, in your journeys, whether you're taking a loan, you're building a house, you want to build that, whatever midst of all these things, or you want to start a new business, you are unable to get along with your partners, Mars getting debilitated again and again in your 7th house, which is Maran Karak Sthan for Mars. It is not good over there. So whatever amongst all these things, most important is your health factor. Why? Because Jupiter will bring out certain health related issues, so that it needs to be rectified. 12th house is the aspect of Saturn and Jupiter in Sagittarius, which make you go to little bit run around into hospitals, if not foreign areas, because some kind of health check is required at this point of time. 8th Mars will again enforce the fact, so that will come in June, but in the May month some health regime changes you can inculcate in your life, which is very important. If you had been feeling sedentary, you will now slowly get the momentum as the planets have started shifting. Education is favored, journeys are favored. If you want to invest in something and your father's health or mother's health is not, father's health can go for a rectification, it is better. All these things is good, but relationship front, mother's health can also little bit improve at this point of time, but still overall it is tilting towards betterment given your dasha and all, but still overall it is a little towards the better end. But main problem is with the so many planets in the lower part of the zodiac, because Jupiter, Mars, and then Mars go in the 8th house. So these planets, Jupiter and Mars, is not a very great planet for Capricorn ascendants. So keep check of your where you invest, what your relationships are looking like, and what your health and loan department, if you want to take any loan. These things are the main theme that you should be cautious. Other areas are looking good. The Aquarius ascendant. Aquarius, you have now the second house housing Saturn and Venus. Understand that your Bhagya Lord is actually, it is in the 6th place from the Libra. Though it is an exaltation, but Saturn and Venus give you a money crunch over there. If I can use the term crunch, or otherwise a money check, a reality check, the third house looks very good with Sun Mercury being there. Skill sets improvement, you can travel, you can understand where to put the effort, your decisions can be good, and even your partner can can support you in your decisions, or you can both take the decisions together. The 4th Jupiter gives way to 5th Jupiter. The relationship with the children, or if you want to get to having a baby, all these things will be favored for the next year. But that's a long transit. In the May month, it is just the beginning of it. But still, the 6th house does not look good. Your 10th Lord, again and again in debilitation in the 6th house, puts an irritation on your savings and your professional area. So the skill development area, journeys and all these things with the brothers, with neighbors, some enjoyment, some group activities, all these are good. Rahu will come on the Lagna. But Saturn, Venus in the 2nd house gives, you are constantly with your monetary things and your family things, and maybe a change in the family dynamics is happening. Maybe somebody is going away, somebody is doing something which needs to be understood in a very practical flavor. So 2nd house is the main theme, and also the 6th house is the main thing. Your disputes, if you're getting into disputes with people at the office area, if you're getting too unnecessary emotional with the kind of turmoil that is happening with you in the 6th area, that is the main pockets that you need to think is 2nd and the 6th house, and that is your 9th and the 10th Lord, very important Lord. But otherwise you are able to maintain the tempo excuse me, with Sun Mercury in the 3rd house, and then coming into your 2nd house. 2nd house Sun Mercury is also good for education purpose. Also, it is good in the family environment. You can see a nice atmosphere. Mercury, Sun, it's good. It's your Kendra Trikon Lord. So that way 2nd, 3rd, 4th house, because now the activation is main about Aries. First is obviously Pisces, then it is 2nd house, 3rd house, 4th house and 5th house. May month all these houses are mostly active. So 3rd and 4th look good, the 5th also looks good, but 2nd and the 6th house is troublesome yet. So over there you need to think and watch your money and save it more. And if you're looking for a different kind of a job or all these, it will culminate slowly. That will happen, because Saturn, Jupiter will start its double aspect in the 11th house. Some incomes will be generated definitely, but slowly. Maybe not in the month of May itself, but maybe a little later. That's how it is. Take care, Aquarius. So Pisces ascendant, the tumultuous Rahu that has been churning you in the Lagna is now giving way. Now who is coming in place is Saturn. Obviously Venus is also there. The 3rd and the 8th Lord bring changes. Saturn, Venus, see, it's a very it's quite a changing combination, the 8th and the 12th Lord being on the Lagna. Now these changes, how you work through it, it is not easy definitely, but you have to keep the clamoring of ideas, the too much ups and downs with Rahu being in the watery sign of Pisces will give way. Now, better clarity, what you can do, where to put the efforts, what you're not meant to do, and Jupiter coming in the 4th house is a good thing actually, with the Lagna Lord coming into the 4th house and then aspecting the 10th house, so changes at the job front, handling the job front well, some added responsibilities will come, but Mars over there in the 5th house, love and relationship is not looking great at all. Your 5th house is in a great area of concern. Maybe from last September it's been like that. And also your 7th house now, because Saturn will be aspecting the 7th house constantly, giving you some of the other irritation regarding your relationship area. That is how Saturn works. Maybe you strike up a relationship, but to maintain it also you have to, go through the turmoils of Saturn or the testing times. That's so. The pockets that are important is now Sun Mercury is in your 2nd house. Money, certain savings can happen. You can feel good about your, about learning, about whatever the thoughts that are coming into your mind, about your family, about the food you're having. Then Sun Mercury comes into your 3rd house. You can go for a trip, you can do some upgradation of skill, your resources you can accumulate. 2nd and 3rd house looks good. The 1st house problem is that though Saturn, it brings in money, it's the 11th lord, but it's the 12th lord also. And Venus is the 3rd lord. You have to put efforts, but it is the 8th lord also. Effort, but a change will come in your life. That change will happen in this May month fully. Then Venus will start a new journey in the month of Aries, especially if you're running a Venus Dasha, Antardasha Pratyantar, it will be even more prominent. So some changes at the official place will happen, but it will be good for you. You may be taking more responsibilities. You may be feeling a little bit if you have a, if you're going for a change of job, which is very much possible at this point of time, maybe some added responsibilities, then money also come with that responsibility. So it is good in the professional front, your skills, your development, your resources, money, how you're conserving it and all these things. But it is not very good in the 5th area and the 7th area, which are soft houses. Mars does no good in the 5th house. It does not. Other than if you're a good, sportsman, it gives skills like that. But Mars ingress into the 6th house later will be better. And so that's why still now the 5th area does not look good. It has a lot of tensions over there, whether it's your higher learning, whether it's your degrees, whether it's your love affairs, whether it's your progeny. All these things are going for a lot of change because Mars had been in debilitation for time immemorial now. So we are looking towards for a relief in that area from the month of June. But 7th house is now up and down problem, as Saturn will be aspecting it constantly and no other aspect on Virgo. Though yes, Ketu is moving, you will feel practically, if you look at it, you will be able to handle it. Virgo is a very practical sign, problem solving sign. Saturn's aspect, it tells you whatever little problem you have to solve it, you cannot run away from it. That's the thing. So overall it's a good it is good, mainly other than the softer parts of life, relationship. Otherwise I feel it is not it's a changeable time. You have to adjust with the change, but it's not a bad time. So keep it up with that Pisces ascendant. Later we see what happens in the month of June. So this was my video on all the ascendants for the month of May. Take care, and we'll be shortly back next week with another video.